Hey, indie filmmakers, I'm Nick Bodmer.
I'm Griffin Hammond, and for me, it's day 13 of working from home, staying home as much as possible.
Yeah, me too. We are working from home full time these days.
Yeah, and so I think for this episode, we thought it might be fun. Usually we are trying to avoid all the background noises, and today we thought, let's just get right into the middle of it. And
Let's embrace it. So I've moved down to my kitchen, and if you didn't know, I have many children.
Right.
This is the smallest one in the background here, who looks happy at the moment-ish.
Peter's pretty happy here, too. He's very excited. He always loves recording audio with me. Let's see if he'll say anything. Hey, Peter, so I'm talking into the microphone right now. Would you like to say something? Good job.
Hi, Peter. Pleasure.
Sometimes he just leans his head into the pop filter. I'm not really sure what that means.
I do that too.
So I guess I'm curious. How much is your job?
It's going great already.
What does your life look like now under work from home in Nevada?
Well, I'm in sales, right? So we don't have an office in Nevada, so my home office is my home base. But in general, I'm out to lunches and with customers and with partners and driving around all day long, and that is certainly not happening. So we are very much video conferencing-based meetings only. So I haven't left the home in quite some time at this point.
Right.
Quite some time.
I think here in New York, it's only been, I think this is only like day 2 or 3 or 4 of official stay-at-home order, but I think it's been 13 days.
That's shelter in place?
Yeah,
is that what you're talking about?
Shelter in place order, yeah. But I've been working from home for 2 weeks now, and I think it was about 13 days ago that we went out. We went out to breakfast a couple weeks ago, and we took Peter to the pediatrician, but then everything
shut down.
Yeah, we haven't done any of that stuff.
We are not under an official shelter in place, so they did close all non-essential businesses here in Las Vegas. So I think we have been, not quite 2 weeks. I think it was like Monday the 16th is when the kids were first off school. So they've switched to all online learning, and I'm working from home, and it's a little crazy out there.
Yeah. Well, and we should say, I mean, we're both very privileged that we currently have full-time work that can continue remotely in this way.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that are losing their jobs because of coronavirus, because of things shutting down. There are many freelancers, I'm sure, in our audience who, I mean, and I've been a freelancer many times over the years. It would just be impossible to do the kind of work I do freelance right now. Like, I can't fly to my clients' destinations. I can't, I mean, they're not even meeting in their offices for me to go shoot films about them. So I can imagine how hard this is for a lot of people right now.
Yeah, it's very tough, and I have a feeling it's not going to be over for a bit either. It seems like we're kind of still at the beginning of the crisis.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that was uplifting.
Yeah. I guess real quick, I'll talk about how my job has changed, because
Sure.
I mean, so just a week ago, I posted our lighting episode, and I should say we're recording this.
That got posted?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well.
I've been looking for it, and I haven't seen it
No,
yet.
I'm talking from the future, Nick.
Dang it.
When this episode comes out, it will have been a week. But yeah, we're actually recording this episode on March 26th, so, you know.
That's probably important to say, because the world seems to change day by day.
Yeah. But yeah, just a month ago, we recorded the lighting episode, and I was in your home in Las Vegas. I was traveling on the campaign trail.
Traveling the world.
And so, yeah, all of that has ended. I'm not on the campaign trail anymore. Here's Amy. Say hi. Would you like to say hi, Amy? Amy would not like to say hi.
She's declining to say hi.
She just wants to fix Peter's outfit so he looks good on camera. He looks pretty cute right now, for those of you watching. But luckily, my company, Recount, most of what we do is editing, and so everyone has gone home. They've taken their computers home, and it's a company where we mostly operate on Slack for communication anyway, and we use a lot of Google Drive. So really, this hasn't changed a whole lot for our business.
That's good.
We're still able to put out our product. In fact, I should put in the show notes, my coworker Brennan has made a bunch of amazing videos over the past few weeks. In fact, I think Recount is making a lot of really great coronavirus-related content if you need to stay on top of this stuff. But some of the fun things we've made, Brennan made this video that was just like all the awkward working from home moments on cable television. Because like all the reporters and how like calling in through Skype or something.
I'll have to check that one out. I haven't seen it. Reminds me, do you remember a couple of years ago there was that BBC reporter who had like their kid walk in while he was live on TV?
In fact, he was trending on Twitter today because they had his family back on TV.
Oh,
like as a reunion.
He's a trailblazer in work from home. Well, and the challenges therein.
I don't know how much, if you've been watching much cable news and seeing these kind of remote call-ins.
I don't watch cable news.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I just keep thinking like what they're doing is essentially what we do on the podcast right now, except we do it pretty well with like a
good cameras,
a good microphone.
And
I just
audio.
think like you know they're calling in on their computer camera and they're using like an iPhone headset or something. And I just keep thinking, man, if they just would record like good audio in person, you wouldn't worry about lag. I guess it's live TV most of the time, so you can't really do that.
Right. Well, you can, but it's more complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I mean, in this craziness, I kind of feel like I'm in a unique position where I'm actually someone who has all the gear at home. And so at a time when we have to put a pause on a lot of our production, I am someone who can continue to put myself on camera and produce things like that, at least from home. I mean, I guess you and I are lucky that we're able to continue to do our podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So how does that work? So I know at your office you have a beast of a Mac editing machine. You're back to editing on your just normal iMac, or are you doing it on a laptop? How are you editing?
Well, I worked for about a day on my personal iMac and immediately realized working in Premiere on that machine, which is a few years old, but it's not an iMac Pro. I mean, it could handle the work, but I could tell it was a little bit slower, and especially exporting my final, like encoding my final video takes a little bit longer. And I'm trying to hit hard deadlines at my job, so luckily I started working from home about a day before our office officially closed, and so I still had a chance to run back in. I think everyone was already working from home, but they hadn't locked it up yet, and so I ran back in, got my iMac Pro, and brought it back.
Oh, you brought the whole iMac Pro back?
Yeah. So now I have two.
How did you transport it? I'm sorry, the logistics of that are interesting to me.
Well, it is much heavier than it looks. Like they make it so thin, that thin bevel. Is it bevel or bezel?
Bezel is the area around the screen. Bezel with a Z. Yeah.
Yeah. But it is pretty heavy of a computer, and so I took it down the elevator, and then I got a lift when I was downstairs. But I actually just kept it in my lap, just held the thing in my lap for a car ride back to my apartment.
They actually make carrying cases for it, if you can believe it.
I know. It was too late for me to get one, but I was like, man, I should have. Because it's a testament to how quickly all of this moved. It was that the day that I started working from home, I thought, I'm just doing this because, I mean, I can, and I might as well stay out of the office where there's so many people in there. But what are we going to tell people they can optionally work from home for a week or something? Who knows how long this will last. And then within a day, it was like, oh no, we need to close down the office, and we don't know how long it'll be. It could be months. So
yeah, there was a period of a couple days there where hour by hour the world was shifting dramatically.
Did you hear Peter is dumping all his Legos out right now in the background?
I do, which is good.
Oh, you can see him in my shot. He's in his Lego corner. The Lego corner, by the way, used to be where my desk was and my computer, but this would not work.
That's been taken over.
Yeah, I don't have a home the size of yours, so I had to move my office out of the living room into the bedroom so I could have some work from home space.
Well, you used to have an office that was an office room, and that became a baby room.
Yes.
So your office moved to the living room.
Yes.
And now you're telling me you were kicked out of the living room and into the bedroom.
Right. I just know that if I was trying to work in the living room, Peter would be climbing into my lap the whole time.
Constantly.
I'm actually kind of amazed at this moment that he's just playing on his own.
You put him in a chair and he just stays there, which is nice.
So yeah, has having kids at home, I mean, how many of your kids are going to school? We're going to school.
So I have 4 kids. This little guy, obviously not in school since he's not even a year old yet. My 5-year-old is in preschool, and they've given them some like workbooks and stuff to work on, but nothing that's like actually due. And then my 8-year-old and 10-year-old are in 2nd and 4th grade, and they are having full online school. They're doing online virtual conferencing with their teacher. They have assignments to complete every day. And so, yeah, they have quite a bit to do during the day, which is good. We're really pleased that our school was able to transition really quickly to online learning.
Oh, yeah. I am glad that I can be home for, like, I like putting Peter down for his nap and stuff and putting him to bed. And so I'm able to be home for those things, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, because you've spent a lot of time away with all the travel, too. So this is kind of almost a bonus for you.
Yeah, it's interesting. And people keep asking me, like, how crazy it is here in New York. I mean, we have a lot of cases here, and I'm sure it'll continue to rise at the rapid rate that it has been. Yeah. But generally, we feel safe here. Right now, we only go out really for essential travel. So we go get groceries and... we got a pizza yesterday, takeout. You can still get takeout food. And I've been running early in the morning when not many people are around. I figure exercise is still important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that doesn't violate the shelter-in-place order to go for a jog?
It doesn't, as long as you maintain 6 feet of distance away from people.
Got it.
Which at this point is just being polite.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. We had to have somebody into our home yesterday, which, we're trying to avoid, but it was unavoidable.
Yeah.
And I was like, I normally shake your hand, but we're not doing that. Right. We stayed far away while we did. I had to have my home appraised because we're refinancing. And that was kind of a non-negotiable item. So the appraiser came, but he had gloves on and didn't touch anything and kind of moved through the house quickly, and we were polite, but kept our distance too.
Right, yeah.
What else we got?
Well, I'm wondering, like, next time we record an episode, I mean, this setup is kind of fun. Maybe I'll continue to do it from the living room. But it's like, part of the reason we're doing it this way is I thought, I don't know if I really want to try to set up a podcast recording in the bedroom, which is not as visually interesting as this larger space that I'm in right now. Right. Because, normally we record this, you have your dedicated office, and then I would actually just go into my office, and we have a little space that I had carved out for the podcast.
Yeah.
What am I hearing beeping in the background?
I get to use my new light. Oh, that's a microwave. Looks like we got some lunch being made for the kids. Cheese quesadilla type thing. Cheese in a blanket.
Yeah.
Cheese in a blanket. Yeah. Hey, should we thank one of our sponsors, maybe?
We should.
We're recording right now. You're live on the air. You're on YouTube as we speak.
Hey, indie filmmakers is brought you to Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and to Squarespace is all you need for one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your filmmaking business.
Excellent work. Thank you. Thank you.
Nick, do you think that Squarespace is so easy that even your baby could use it?
I think it is. I absolutely do. In fact, he's in the planning stages of the website design right here.
Oh, wow.
As you can see.
Your child is advanced. Fear not, even if you are not very advanced, Squarespace has all the templates you need for e-commerce, building a portfolio for your photography business. Peter, do you want to try to read the outro? Say something.
I'm going to give it a whirl. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Griffin to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
You did really well, Nick.
Thank you. Well, are you making up your own language there, buddy? So the kids have come to the table for lunch now where I'm recording. So this is really getting interesting.
Oh, wait. We've let this whole episode go by, and I didn't acknowledge that you have facial hair right now.
Oh, yeah, I got a little quarantine beard going on. That's new for me.
I actually thought it looked really good.
This is I'll need comments on should the beard stay or go. This is about a week and a half, so we'll see what it turns into.
I think I love it at this current level. I mean, maybe a full beard
Yeah.
you'll look great, but I think like this kind of like stubble level looks very sophisticated.
I realize I must be getting old because there's already white in my beard that I didn't really know about. Oh well, I'm an old man.
Well, I suppose we should wish everyone luck out there. We know that for
Yeah, stay safe, stay inside, don't go out into the world.
there may
That's my
be
advice.
some people listening that are like, this is overkill. But
I don't think so. I don't.
yeah,
Do you think, Griffin?
I don't think it's overkill. I heard someone say if we do this right, it will look like we overreacted.
Right. That's ideal.
Because yeah, I mean, this is all about keeping the most vulnerable of us safe, and we all are potential vectors for a virus. So the more we all interact with each other, the more it can spread around and make it to the people that would struggle with it.
Yeah, I read it described as a social vaccine, which I liked.
Yeah.
You know, the social distancing. You know, we don't have a vaccine yet, and in the interim, to prevent the spread, we will institute a social vaccine. So we're all doing our part.
Yeah.
Hey, take this time at home, you know, make something. There's plenty of stuff to work on, and
Start making a podcast.
that's right. I want to start another podcast. We'll talk about that later.
Peter would love to start a podcast. He just doesn't have any words yet to
Yeah,
share. He has lots of ideas to share.
well, that's good. Well, everybody, stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. See ya. Say goodbye, Peter.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Sawyer.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Can you wave bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, that's great.
And that's our wrap.
Cut.
Cut. Oh, now he's waving.